Hi, this is Paul Nash. It's about 6 o'clock or so Eastern Time. Wanted to put a quick update in the back office so everybody understood what the plan was for this evening, and also to give an update about the MasterCard Gateway. I can talk a little bit about the MasterCard Gateway first. As you know, we turned that gateway on and turned on transactions for MasterCard on Thursday, and we piled a bunch of transactions into the system. Now we have an unlimited account over there. It's been approved. We're dealing with very reputable companies like Instabill. And for those of you in the know, we're going through NMI as a switch. And we're dealing with Bank One as our ultimate bank for the settlements. So we're dealing with very reputable firms. And but this morning we had a sort of low-level person check out some of the transactions who didn't realize that we were set up the way we were for unlimited transactions, and they saw just such a large volume that, and also that there were multiple transactions happening on single cards, that they decided to shut it down. And so we're currently dealing with trying to get that decision overturned, and I'm at the CEO level of Instabill to actually have this discussion and get this thing back to normal. For those of you who have done transactions through the gateway, there was some question about whether or not the transactions would ultimately go through, because they sent some confusing messages back in the interim about whether or not the transactions would go through. I'm still talking to the CEO about all of that, and but if you did do a transaction and you used your MasterCard on Thursday, Friday, and maybe portions of Saturday, depending on where you're located, those transactions, we're going to honor those and get you into the matrix. We may have to follow up if they do get reversed and deal with asking you for another payment to get your account back up and qualified. But I know you took the time to make the payment. I know you pulled your card out, you put it in. We'll get you into the matrix based on that activity. And we'll let the smoke sort of clear on this whole thing, get the confusion to go away, figure out where exactly we are, and try to fix up the transactions if we need to going forward. And the ultimate good news is we should be back up and running with this once we have the CEO flip the switch for us. We'll have the gateway back up and running. Now, one of the things that it does cause is there have been a pile of transactions, over 1,000 transactions today, that people have attempted through there, and they got shut down because the gateway was closed. So what we're going to try to do is, without changing our time frame to deliver pages and get the matrix up for everybody, we are going to extend the deadline tonight, so that we're hoping we get the gateway back up and allow people some extra time to get in what they were hoping to do. But we're not going to delay getting the pages up. Our original plan was closing this thing down at midnight tonight and spending some time tomorrow, working the code, getting the spill completed, figuring out who was paid and who isn't, and opening up pages so people could see their placement and their earnings start to accrue sometime on Monday morning. And that was our existing plan. That's our continual plan right now. But I think what we'll be able to do is, once we find out where the gateway is, we'll be able to just extend that cutoff and still keep the existing plan in place. So if you do have a transaction you're trying to do, hold off just for a bit. We'll put the green light up in the back office as soon as we can, as soon as we know. And we will extend this deadline so that people can still get in. This adds a benefit to the people who have tickets in the system as well. We're getting through those pretty quickly, but we still have a queue that we don't want to leave anybody high and dry. We're trying to make sure everybody's set and not let anybody be orphaned and not get a position who wants one. So all that said, we're going to take that a little extra time, extend the deadline a little bit. I'm not sure exactly how long it's going to be, so I'd recommend, if you can get in when you can, as fast as you can. But we will probably be extending this through sometime tomorrow, just so that you know, and still keep our existing time frame, get our pages up, get your matrix positions done, and all of that rendered and earnings starting to accrue. So you can see all that on Monday morning. So appreciate it. That's the plan right now. I wanted to give you this update. I know MasterCard's been frustrating. You know, we worked for many, many weeks to get that thing done. And it's just a shame that we had, you know, somebody who wasn't in the know sort of flip a switch. And there's many, many people, you know, intermediaries in this process at this point that, you know, we have to get the CEO involved and sort of undo things that have been done without anybody really knowing, including me or him. So anyway, I appreciate your patience. We're going to keep working on this, and we'll keep you posted. As soon as I have something about deadlines and sort of a real cutoff, which would be tomorrow, I'll put it out there as fast as possible. Thanks so much, everybody.